Ever wondered what the worst kind of pirate crew would look like? So far, I've created two crews that represent freedom and second chances, the Scar Pirates and the Obsidian Pirates. But now, it's time to draw something far more dangerous, a crew born from chaos and destruction. I present to you the Edgeborn Pirates. Quick disclaimer, I've made a few tweaks to some of your character requests to better fit the story. Like, subscribe, and hold that comment. I'll tell you what crew I need at the end of the video. Let's start with Draen, the captain of the Edgeborn Pirates. Draen once lived in a luxury atop the Red Line, born as the son of a celestial dragon, but to him, life among the elite was painfully boring. Craving something more twisted, he demanded his father let him become a pirate and experience the chaos of the lower world. His family was horrified. In disgrace, they banished him, never to return. But Draen welcomed it. He saw it as a game, a challenge to carve his name into history by manipulating, using, and controlling anyone he could. He awakened all forms of haki, including a rare conqueror's haki so oppressive it forces others to serve him out of pure fear. Now, Draen sails the seas not in search of freedom, but control. And he's only looking for tools, people useful enough to help him rule the chaos he loves. Draen, the Celestial Killer. Next we have Sola, the helmsman of the Edgeborn Pirates, requested by One Lil Spark. Sola is a mink raised in a secluded monastery, trained in a rare kanpa that channels the heat of the sun through haki. But the silence and the discipline, it bored him. So under the guise of selling paintings, he traveled from island to island, secretly stepping into underground arenas where he could finally cut loose and fight like he wanted. One day, returning home, he saw it from afar. His island reduced to flames. A full-on buster call had wiped everything out. But instead of grief, all he felt was relief. Draen always knew when and where the government would strike, and when he found Sola, he saw an opportunity. He promised him he can fight whoever he wants, whenever he wants. No rules. Sola, the Sunbringer. Next is Faxelia, the Doctor of the Edgeborn Pirates, requested by Remy. Faxelia was a world-renowned genius doctor, famous for her revolutionary cures and medical breakthroughs. But behind this praise was a woman obsessed with Draen. She read everything about him, his power, his ambition, his chaos, and she fell hard. Desperate to earn his attention, she reached out and asked what she could do to prove her worth. Draen gave her a simple answer: show me what you're willing to destroy. So she did. She deliberately sabotaged her own research, releasing a flawed vaccine that led to the Red Crown disease. Thousands sickened, entire region ruined. The world turned on her, branding her a monster. But to her, it was worth it. She finally got what she wanted, Draen's approval. And now, she serves him without question. Faxelia, the lovesick. Now we have Trescar, the navigator of the Edgeborn Pirates, requested by Ollie Atlas. Born into the Three-Eyed Tribe, Trescar spent most of his life on the run, ashamed of his lineage and terrified of the power his third eye might awaken. He refused to use it, wanting nothing to do with his heritage, but the world government found him anyway. He was captured and taken to Egghead Island, where scientists enhanced his third eye using Vegapunk's forbidden tech. The result was an unstable mind with advanced perception. Trescar could now locate every island and every poneglyph in existence, but at the cost of his sanity. During one of his chaotic missions, Draen infiltrated Egghead and found Trescar. Chained and broken, he saw the value in his madness. With twisted intent, Draen promised freedom if he would serve under him. Desperately, he agreed. Trescar, the living compass. Now meet Immani, the sniper of the Edgeborn Pirates, requested by Aris. Immani was a corrupt marine sniper who took bribes and made shady deals behind the scenes. When old age caught up, he retired and opened a gun shop in Sabaudi, selling weapons to marines and pirates alike, as long as the money was good. But that was just his cover. At night, he roamed the streets, killing people with precision shots and stripping them of anything valuable to sell. He was cold, calculating, and never missed. He ate the spit fruit, letting him turn his own saliva into bullets he fires through his sniper rifle. Paired with a modified monocle infused with his own observation haki, he can pinpoint targets with deadly accuracy. Then, Draen arrived. He destroyed Immani's shop and gave him one choice: serve under him or die. Immani knew he was outmatched, so he surrendered. Immani, the gun collector. Then we have Pito, the shipwright of the Edgeborn Pirates, requested by Ryan. Pito is the daughter of a respected marine engineer. Everyone thought she'd follow in his footsteps, but she was a spoiled brat. Her father brought her to work hoping she'd learn discipline, but instead she graffitied ships, pulled dangerous pranks, and caused chaos wherever she went. Still, she was natural at building things, even at a young age. But one day, after going too far, her father snapped. He slapped her and said, "You'll never be a marine like this." That same day, Draen raided their base. Amid the destruction, they found Pito watching it all burn with a grin. Draen saw potential. He told her, "Join me, and you can do whatever you want." She agreed. She later ate the chain fruit, giving her the power to sprout and control chains from her body. Pito, the chain grappler. Next is Ignarok, the fighter of the Edgeborn Pirates, requested by Alive Falls. Ignarok is a half-blood Lunarian and human. He has no black wings but still carries the durability of a Lunarian. His body is covered in scars hidden beneath full armor. He wields a massive greatsword and has eaten the Griffin Devil Fruit. But Ignarok suffers from amnesia. With no memories of who he was, he walks through life without a sense of morality, no concept of what's right and wrong. That's where Draen came in. He saw Ignarok's strength and planted a single idea in his mind: whoever stands at the top decides what's right. With no purpose and no direction, Ignarok chose to trust Draen. And now, he serves him without question. Ignarok, the Lost Guardian. And then we have Maido, the cook of the Edgeborn Pirates, requested by U1. Maido grew up in a quiet town. His father was a cook, and his mother a lumberjack. Life was simple, peaceful, until pirates came. They raided the village, burned homes, and killed anyone who resisted. Maido survived. His parents didn't. He buried them behind their house. The village was left in ruin. No food, no supplies, just desperation. Weeks passed. Hunger clawed at what was left of the survivor. Maido, weak and starved, knelt before his parents' grave, dug them, and apologized. The next day, he was full again. One by one, the villagers began to disappear, and in the abandoned home of the cook's son, the fires burned and the meals returned. When Draen arrived to bring chaos to the island, there was nothing left to destroy, just Maido smiling over his stew pot. Draen offered him a place on the crew. Maido, the Devourer. Now meet Corsair, the musician of the Edgeborn Pirates, requested by Trey. Corsair is the son of a Kujo pirate and a musician, a rare mix because he was supposed to be born as a girl. Knowing she couldn't return to Amazon Lily with him, his mother built a new life in the new world. He grew up strong under her training and learned percussion from his father, becoming a master of the dombek. But when his father left and they fell into poverty, his mother grew bitter, blaming Corsair for everything, for giving up her old life, for their suffering, even for being born. Crushed and confused, Corsair left. On his journey, he met Draen. At first, Corsair was afraid, but Draen liked the rhythm of his beats. He told Corsair, anyone who says you shouldn't be born deserves to die in pain. They returned to Corsair's island, and Draen made sure his mother suffered in Corsair's hand. Corsair had eaten the Tempo fruit. Each beat makes him stronger as long as he stays on rhythm. Corsair, the beatboxer. And then we have Claus, the scholar of the Edgeborn Pirates, requested by Cowboy. Claus was the only child of the iron-fisted ruler of Koraigana Island, a man whose tyranny sparked a brutal civil war. Claus was frail, quiet, and always watching. He saw through the corruption, but believed his father was a genius, using bread and circus, tactics to keep the people in line with food and distraction. But eventually, the people had enough. A riot broke through the castle. His parents were slaughtered in front of him, and in that moment, Claus revealed his devil fruit, the glass fruit. It turned his skin to razor-sharp glass, and with it, he killed every last one of them. He took the throne, using charm and lies. With sweet words and twisted logic, he bent what was left of the kingdom for him to control. Then came Draen, arriving to claim the island as his own. Claus didn't resist. He surrendered without a fight. Draen saw the value of his knowledge in politics and took him in, leaving the kingdom to rot in ruin. Claus, the Glass Mine. For the next episode, I want you to submit the wackiest and most absurd character ideas you can come up with. Just make sure to follow the guidelines to get picked. And now, I present to you the Edgeborn Pirates. See you in the next one. Peace out.